Welcome, everyone, to Behind the Scenes with Ben. I got two very special people here with us today. Part of Behind the Scenes is just going behind the scenes of performance medicine, and these two are definitely behind the scenes, and they're also front and center in two of our offices, three for one of us. I'm going to introduce them real quick, and as you can see here, they look very similar. And we're going to go into that in just a second. I'm here with Carter Milhorn now, and Katie Geagley, and Carter's the office manager in Johnson City. Katie is our operations manager. She works out of all the offices. And guys, how's it going? How are we doing? How was your day? Y'all just came up from working in the Johnson City office with Dr. Rogers. I'll start with you, Carter. How was your day today?
A good day. Always busy when Dr. Rogers is here.
It's always a little crazy. Katie, how'd you deal with the craziness?
Oh, it's another day.
Another day? Another day. I got you. She's going to Knoxville tomorrow. I'll be there as well. So guys, tell me about, you look very similar, and I know the backstory, but for the audience here, you're twins. Tell me a little bit about your twin story. Is there a twin story? Is that a thing?
I don't know. We're just twins.
You're just twins.
Yep.
So identical twins?
Oh, yes, identical.
So you're identical twins.
30 minutes apart.
30 minutes apart, and I think I know who's older. Tell me who's older. Carter is older. Okay. Has that ever been a thing?
All the time. She thinks she's 30 years older than me. Bosses me around all the time.
So you play big sister.
Yes.
Okay. How does that work when you're the same age but not the same age? Tell me how you act as big sister. What's that like? Because I'm a big brother.
I don't know. I guess as a big sister, you always watch over for your sister and want the best for her and protect her and maybe fuss at her a little from time to time.
Okay. I can handle that. I like that. Katie, how's it being the little sister? How do you deal with that?
I just let her boss me around. She beat me up as a kid. She won always.
She won always. So did you guys grow up in a kind of a competitive sort of thing, being twins, being so close?
We weren't that competitive. And we always kind of, one would, my mom always said one would walk one day and the very next day, the next one would be on their feet, ready to go.
Okay. So did y'all follow each other in the sense that, okay, whatever Carter's doing, Katie's going to do, whatever Katie's doing, Carter's doing? Is that, or did y'all have your own distinct things that you tried to do in terms of just growing up, from Elizabeth and close to Johnson City here? How did that work?
We had the same friends, did the same things. She played golf. I did not.
I did not know you played golf.
4 years.
Really? So
yeah.
you played in high school?
Yep.
Very nice.
She was very good. She won't tell you that, but she was very good.
Oh, tell me your high score.
Low
score.
My lowest score in high school was a 43.
43 on 9 holes?
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's 86 on 18 if we multiply by 2.
Yeah.
I've never broken 95. I don't even know if I can say that on camera because I don't think that's true. And I know if any of my friends are watching, they'll call me out on that.
Andy started
playing golf.
Yes, he got 3 pars this weekend.
Now, Carter, and I'm going to get into both of y'all's working situation. What's it like working with Andy? Because Carter's Andy's nurse, and she's with him how many days a week?
3 days a week.
3 days a week, and it's just you two in the Johnson City office most of the time.
Yep.
What's that like? How do you give everybody the inside scoop on Andy?
I love working with Andy. He's always in a good mood. What you see is what you get. I've really never seen him in a bad mood. He's always pleasant to be around. He makes you laugh, and he's just very enjoyable to be around. I love working with him.
Okay. How close is Andy to the my friend Andy that some of our audience might know?
It is Andy.
That's Andy?
Yep, that's Andy. It's what you see, what you get. I walk in the back and he's singing along to whatever music he's listening to. He does have a different taste of music every single day. It could be 90s one day, rap the next, show tunes. You just never know what you're going to get.
One quick backstory is I believe I was working up front with you, Carter, in the Kingsport office, and in our in all the offices they have all of our shows playing in the reception area, and whenever my friend Andy comes on and he's singing Over the Rainbow, it like the entire staff Not one of them doesn't listen to it and crack a smile, and it might be a little making fun of smile. But we have a good time with that. So I'm pumped to hear Andy is as enthusiastic in his in-office persona as he is in my friend Andy.
He is.
And of course, Katie works right alongside Dr. Rogers. She goes to all the offices. Tell me a little bit what that's like. Like, because you're in all the offices. You're nursing in the Kingsport office and the Johnson City office, the Knoxville office tomorrow. Is it cool kind of getting a different vibe in each one?
Oh, it's awesome.
You like that?
I love a different, every day it's something different patients every day, not a different provider every day. Mine definitely does not sing, but he has a great attitude and he loves to be at work, but he does not sing at work every day.
No, Dr. Rogers is not singing over the rainbow.
No, he says sometimes he's going to bring in a radio, and I try to explain to him I don't think they make radios anymore.
So you like the different vibes in each office,
Yes.
And you've worked with Andy as well. Is there what's the key difference you notice between working with Andy and Dr. Rogers?
Andy is just full of life, and he sings to you, and he goes about you don't really feel like you're at work with Andy. He's a lot more, relaxed and chilled out,
And
But
Dr. Rogers, go, go, go.
Yeah.
I know.
he's go, 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 Katie, get this patient.
Yeah.
But we see a lot more patients, We book Dr. Rogers to the full extent, so he doesn't have time to sing to
Well,
us.
and one thing, if you're a patient and come to any one of our offices, I think they'll all know that you're
Yes.
go, go as well.
Yes.
Katie's at one place 1 minute and another place in another minute, which leads me to how many times have you guys been called a different name? Has that been any sort of thing where a patient has confused you for the other?
Every day.
Every single day?
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
tell us a story.
I guess really when I first came to work here in the JC office in July, when we just first brand new opened this office, it was every day, Katie. And I'm like, no, I'm not Katie. I'm Carter. We're twins. No, you're not. You're Katie. Yeah, no, I swear we are. We're twins. And now it's funny because on Wednesdays, Katie will be over here, and I've got new patients that have been my patients for a year now, mine
Sure.
and Andy's, or vice versa, whatever you want to say. And they'll ask for me and not Katie, and it makes her so mad, but it just puts the biggest smile on my face.
I think that would be super cool. I mean, I get called by my mom, Andy, a lot, which I don't understand because we look nothing alike. And you guys are identical. So I'm sure that it happens not only at work, but, outside of work as well. Has your mom ever, surely she's not confused you.
On the phone, she has no clue who she's talking to.
On the phone?
Yep.
Most of the time, nobody can tell the difference. Like, sometimes even Kingsport patients will call over here, and they're like, Katie? I just called you. No, I said, I'm Carter. She's like, oh, Katie told me that, but I was just so shocked that you sound identical. I'm like, well, we are identical twins, but yes.
I think that would be one of the more fun parts of being a twin is the confusion you cause. Like you could almost play a game with it, especially, working, for the same company. There's a lot, and I'm glad you guys have it because I'm sure it would drive patients crazy if one of you acted as the other, which we were kind of joking before. Should we introduce them as the other? We decided not to because I didn't want people to actually think that would be the case where, whatever. We're not going to go there. But anyway, so you guys work for the same place. Kind of tell me, you've been here for how many years now?
5.
5 years now. Okay, you were working in the Kingsport office when we were at Jack White.
Yep.
Did a lot of phubotomy at that moment.
Yep. And then
Okay.
went to Johnson City when we were on State of Franklin.
Yep.
And then she took my place because I went to Kingsport full time.
Okay.
So
And I don't know if I'll give you guys a little backstory. We were hiring for the Johnson City office, and Katie has been amazing for us, and has been somebody who's really just done such a great job that we wanted somebody very similar as Katie. And I was actually talking to my buddy Kyle, who at least, and he said, well, who has some similar characteristics as Katie, and I said, well, she has a twin sister, and he's like, Well, there you go. But I think before that, you had already made the
Yeah.
suggestion. So I'm super pleased that you both worked
You
for
got
us.
the next best thing.
Then, see, they are more competitive than you think. I'm already noticing it because I saw your face.
If you ask Andy, I'm the best.
There you go. Okay, well,
Ask the one who it counts, Dr. Rogers.
see, we could go on for days about this whole competitive thing. I see why you didn't play golf. Stay away from the competition.
Yeah, we would have beat each other's brains in.
Really?
Which Carter did once. She actually hit somebody in the head with a golf club. On an accident.
Oh wow.
It was an accident.
Did the golf club just leave your hands?
No, the guy was right behind me, and he wasn't
Oh,
paying
in your
attention.
backswing.
Yep.
She has
he
a
wasn't paying
backswing
attention.
from...
Oh no. Okay, so steer clear.
Yeah, I believe it was 7 stitches, 7 staples later. But he's okay.
He's fine now. If you're watching this video, I apologize on behalf of Carter. Goodness gracious, I did not know that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Look at twin sister just throwing you under the bus.
She does that from time to time.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us on Behind the Scenes. This is one of my favorite things to do, just to talk to you guys and have you guys on camera here, because I think it's fun for everybody. You know, this is on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and hopefully the podcast. Later, they get to know you guys outside of the office because you're certainly famous within the office. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for doing
thank
Behind
you.
the Scenes
Thanks
with
for
me.
Thank
having
you.
us.
Guys, thank you for listening and watching another episode of Behind the Scenes with Ben. As always, we will see you guys next time.